I'm Matt from the Pickleball Clinic, and today I'm going to teach you guys the backhand punch volley. This is one of, in my opinion, the most important shots for getting from the 3.5 to 4.0 levels. Once you learn this volley, it's going to be very easy for you to go on offense, keep your opponents back, and attack from the kitchen line. A lot of times when players around the 3.5 and under levels are hitting their backhand volleys, they'll kind of cut them a little bit or just block them out in front without having a ton of offense. The backhand, of course, is usually a player's weaker side because it's on the non-dominant side of the body. But with some practice and proper technique, you can turn your backhand into a weapon, and that's what players at the 4.0 level and above are doing. If you leave a ball up to their backhand, they're oftentimes using what's called a punch volley to block that ball back with some pace. This is especially useful if your opponents hit a third shot drive or a high third shot drop, and you're trying to keep them back once you're already established at the kitchen line, or if your opponents hit a high dink and you want to go on offense and attack. So now we're going to talk about the technique for the backhand punch volley. The first thing that we want to do when preparing for the shot is make sure that our paddle is out in front, but I'm going to have a nice, relaxed, slight elbow bend right here, so that's going to give me room to punch the paddle forward. So I'm going to keep that paddle out in front. I'm going to turn it to the backhand side. When the ball is coming to me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch forward with this very short, quick motion. This is going to cause the paddle to move 6 inches to a foot in front of me. I'm pushing forward using my elbow and using my shoulder so I can go out and get the ball. Notice that when I'm demonstrating this technique, my wrist is still. This is not a wristy shot, so it's not a flick or a roll. It's just a punch forward. And I'm just keeping that ball out in front. It's a little bit more aggressive than a block, where you're in front, but you're punching hard at it aggressively. So this is what the shot would look like in full motion. As you can see, I'm not taking the paddle back. I'm always leaving it out in front. But as the ball gets to me, I'm aggressively timing it so I can punch it forward. So we want to keep it so that we're hitting the ball over the net and hitting straight forward and aggressively. Again, we're not coming under and rolling it up at this height, and we're not up high hitting it down. We're hitting straight and aggressive. Now, in terms of how far the paddle's actually going, I'm keeping it a couple feet from my body here. So I'm not in close. I'm still having it pretty far out in front of me, but I still have room to extend. So this is maybe 2 feet from my body, and then I'm going to extend about 6 inches forward when I go to actually punch that ball.